Okay.
It's cool that way, but I still got to pull it off and separate it externally and put it back on anyway, so there's no point.
Okay.
So that's that. Just fucking deal with it.
All right. Consider it dealt with.
Hi there. Happy, let's say Wednesday. It's June the 12th, 2019. I'm Eric. Talking at you as always from beautiful downtown Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where I'm missing the P key on my keyboard. And it's really making this oddcast look stupid. I was supposed to say stupid, but I choked at the end there.
It kind of made it worth it, though.
My podcast is looking stupid because I don't have a P key. If you haven't noticed in the messages you've been getting lately, there's no P's.
I just assumed you were just typing as you normally do.
No, my P isn't working.
That's frustratingly annoying.
It is very annoying. Especially when everything, like the Champion Tree Entertainment Company, looks stupid.
Company.
Please listen to my oddcast.
So I take it tonight's title is going to be just something with a bunch of P's in it that won't have P's in it.
I'm probably going to go the other way on that just because you said it. Speaking of going the other way, hi everybody, how are you? Listeners are up again. Thank you, love it. Love you guys so much. Last night I did a very long-winded explanation of why podcasters don't need good equipment and you can do it without. Worst sounding episode we've ever done.
Yeah, kind of go figure, right?
Yeah, it just sounds like that the background noise is off the charts. Those freaking Chinese people are just, that's all you can hear. You can barely hear us. Now, thankfully, I am a master editor. That's why I don't do it for free. So I've made it sound fantastic. But
of course you did.
It was a lot of work. Just really ridiculous. So don't just take care of your shit. That's all I'm saying. Don't be like me.
Please don't be like us because we don't want anybody else to be like us.
Exactly. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm humming like Trudeau over here. How's it going, Gord?
It's going good. That's going well.
I can't believe the backlash he's getting over this plastic thing. You know, and it's pretty funny because someone mentioned a ban on single-serve items.
Yes.
2 months ago, I think, maybe?
Yep, something like that.
And gave all the figures on what it would save the government. And 2 months later, oh, look at that. There.
Which I actually have some more information on all this, by the way.
So I'm gonna have to start like charging for this stuff. Like we both are. This is getting ridiculous. Everything we say happens 2 months later, and we get no credit for it. It's starting to get absolutely stupid.
At the very least, we should be getting interviewed by all these media outlets by saying, "Hey, you guys keep coming up with this, so we're going to interview you." That'd be the very least they could do.
The very least. You something I wanted to ask you.
So I learned a couple of fascinating things about this. Now, one of these things we kind of already spoke about a little bit, which is the fact that of all the plastic that is in the world's ocean, none of it comes from Canada. We actually have some of the most plastic-free water in the world. So we're actually leaders in the industry of how not to dump garbage in the water.
Oh,
so we're already leaders in that, which is nice.
Because we're not assholes.
Exactly. Now, the interesting thing is the 95% of the plastic in the world's ocean comes from 5 countries. I'm going to try my best to try to name them. It was China, Indonesia, yeah, I don't remember the other 3. But, you know, over there. And it's not straws, and it's not plastic forks and things like that. It's actually fishing nets is the number one worst killer of
Yes.
fish and marine wildlife in the world.
80% of my island is
Plastic
fishing
netting.
equipment. Yeah, fishing
That's
stuff. Very little actually from the land is on my island.
Now, listen to these facts. So, number one, do you know, according to Trudeau and the Liberal government, do you know how many straws the average Canadian uses per day? I'll let you guess.
Sorry, can you repeat the question one more time? I was reading a flat earth thing. How many
plastic straws the average Canadian uses per day, according to the Liberal government?
per day?
Per day. This is how ridiculous their numbers are. It actually has it down to the day.
It's got to be in the negatives. It can't. I don't remember the last time I used a straw for something.
1.6 straws per person per day. According to the Liberal government, we go through 55 million straws a day or a year.
1.6 per day. I don't even
per day.
I don't even understand that being possible. Well, someone's going to have to be using a lot, because I definitely don't use anywhere near that. So to make up for that to be an average, someone has to be using like 10 a day.
Yeah. Now, do you know where they're getting this number from? You are going to die laughing at this.
From the African kids that his wife eats, I'm assuming.
One would assume, but no. It comes from a study done in the U.S. by a 9-year-old child for a school project, where he took some rough estimates from doing a very small numbering, and he came up with a figure in the U.S. of 550 million straws being used every day. That was the number this kid came up with, and these are the numbers that Trudeau and the Liberal government are using to say this is how many straws we are using. Wow. Now, the actual number in the U.S. is less than 1/3 of that. So
I would imagine so.
And the average Canadian, although they don't have specific numbers, but it's guesstimated the average Canadian uses around, I think they said something around 0.1 straw per person per day. So it's a very, very, very low number. So all these numbers are completely skewed. His numbers in order to, with his ban of single use. Now, here's an interesting thing. Plastic bags. Okay? They stopped using the use of, well, they didn't stop using it, but they charge for the plastic bags, so everybody uses the reusable tote bags. Those reusable tote bags use more plastic in per bag than plastic bags do.
They do, but it's with the understanding that you use them way more than once, so it's better.
Supposed to be. Now, the landfills are getting overtly filled by all of these fucking bags because people are collecting them at a huge number because everybody's giving them away for everything, and people have a massive surplus of these bags that they can't use, so they're all ending up where? In a landfill.
Of course.
So, according to a research group out of the UK, going back to plastic bags would be better for the environment because the plastic bags, a regular plastic bag will break down faster than a tote bag will.
That makes sense.
Which is crazy. So now you have these other bags that are bigger, have more plastic in it than an actual plastic bag does, takes longer to break down, and they're just as numerous as what plastic bags were before they introduced tote bags.
Right.
So, again, numbers are screwed, numbers are skewed, and Trudeau's a fucking idiot.
If anyone wants to know more about this, you can always go back to an episode entitled Even the Environment is Bad for the Environment, and get all your facts about recycling from Eric and Gordon.
That's right. And our facts are true.
Because recycling is, there's very few things as bad for the environment as recycling. It takes a lot of energy and a lot of fossil fuel to recycle things.
That's
It's
right.
uh, it's kind of a funny thing, but it makes people feel good about themselves, and really, I guess that's what matters, right?
Apparently, fuck the
As long
environment,
as
right?
as long as people like Trudeau can sleep at night, we're all gonna be okay.
Yeah. um. So yeah. So there's all that. Um. What I'm most stunned about is the fact that he's getting his numbers from a 9-year-old science project
Well, of course. I mean, who
out of the
else are you
U.S.
gonna go
That's
to?
that's the most incredible thing I think I've officially heard now out of the Canadian Trudeau government in my life. That's the cream of the crop. There's just nothing better than that.
It's, I mean, why not? At this point, why not? We should elect a 9-year-old. The only reason we don't is because they're too young. Legally, they can't run. Um,
But we have one of the IQ of that running our country. So really, I think they've just defaulted that by default. Defaulted
it's
that by default.
my God.
So this is who we have running our fucking country now.
It is.
And meanwhile, in the U.S., the Democrats are all up in arms with Trump, saying that he is using tariffs as a form of international terrorism in order to get his way. But meanwhile, they're working, and he's getting results, and things are starting to look up for the U.S. a little bit better now in certain aspects of these tariffs that he's put in place. And it's really making me start to question, yeah, Trump's an idiot, but he's kind of getting things right. You know what I mean?
I will never in a million years say that about Trump ever. Um, I don't think he's ever right about anything. Um, and his results are just as stupid as ours. Hang on for a sec. I'm going to take one quick little break here because I'm having recording problems.
Shitty.
Oh, Jesus, I just can't win this week. 1 second. Anyway, no, what the hell's going on here? This goddamn piece of crap. If I hang up on you, I'm sorry, I'll call you right back. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, we're fine. Never mind. Where was I? Yeah, Trump's an idiot. I'll edit that out. No, I'm not going to agree with anything he does because I think the man's evil. He's getting some results, sure. He's withheld them until election time. Giddy for him. Way to go. Everyone keeps an ace up their sleeve until election time. I don't think he's getting anything right. I think they both need to be thrown. I think we need to find the edge of the world with the flat earthers and throw these two off of it and start again and just rewrite the last 4 years. We're a complete embarrassment. One of them gets his advice from a 9-year-old, and one of them has the IQ of one. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm not going to argue anything you just said in the slightest, but I mean, I'm not seeing any positive results from Trudeau whatsoever. Like, not a single one. And at least the U.S. has something. We don't even have that.
Yeah, that's true. But to what end do they have something? How much of their souls is being sold for this little bit of something that looks good? I think they're all going to die a terrible death because of him.
Well, I certainly hope so. That'd be fantastic. Although we'll lose a chunk of our listenership, but that's okay.
Oh, they'll come back.
Yeah.
When
they all move up to Canada.
we'll always have someone to talk to about something because there's always someone new and exciting in this. In this stuff that we cover. His follower is going to be something to behold, I'm sure. I mean, what can you do after Trump? Who do you vote for? Like, if other than like Ron Burgundy, what?
Well, I know that the U.S.